think there was a miscommunication at all. The fact that the Chief of Staff sat down with us in public spaces, giving us vital information and leading us into believing that we could have a second location is not a miscommunication.
It's deception.
It's deception. Exactly.
So how do you feel about what happened up there? Do you feel like any of your questions were answered?
No, I feel like all we did was hear more lies and create more distrust in our city government. You know, up until a few days ago, we wanted to trust the city of Lincoln. And none of these people were from out of town, and these were all original Lincolnites. I can't believe that they're trying to misconstrue this. And also, Jeffrey has been here from day one. They said that we had had people that they had never seen before, and that it's common for people to call in others from out of the area to create these movements. That did not happen yesterday at any point. And there's multiple lies. I can't wait to go through the tape, and there's so many witnesses.
One question I can't believe the press didn't ask is if there is no curfew and we can still be on the sidewalk, what justifies them sending 45 police officers? They didn't mention the helicopter or the K9 unit that came in for two, not three, two protesters standing there getting ready to leave.
On the sidewalk.
There is no curfew. We were allowed to still be there. So why come in with force to remove us if there's no curfew and we can still be there? This is a blatant attempt to silence us. Those rules are being changed now to prevent us from setting up anywhere else.
Anybody else.
And we never ever stopped any other group from coming down there and voicing their opinion. In fact, on many actions, other groups joined us.
Yeah, we joined them. And he never mentioned that to pass the new rezoning things, like you're not allowed to pass laws for an issue that sprouted up and then make a law, they can't make that law while there is currently an encampment going. So in order to change the zoning laws, we must first move. And the second we move, now they can proceed quickly as possible to rezone it. And we never mentioned that. Maybe he didn't know it as mayor, or you'd think he'd know that. I'm probably sure he probably knew that. It was why he did holding that direction. There's a lot of miscommunication, or this guy doesn't know his facts, and us street kids and homeless know more about his political facts than he does if we take the time to research, whereas he has henchmen. You know, he's not involved. Also, I'd like to point out that Jeffrey, the one who got arrested, had a bail set. He is the least likely flight risk in the state. Student, Lincoln born and raised, he loves this town, never would have run, and he was forced bail.
Just another discrepancy. During the protests for the May Day, we were there and an officer came down, and it's my opinion, he was looking to antagonize him. But he wouldn't let us cross the street while the light was crossing, stopped us from crossing the street, and then when one protester simply stepped off the curb, he grabbed him physically, took him down the street, grabbed his face stuff off, and allowed 4 or so, which we have taped, state workers to blatantly jaywalk against the damn light.
So you feel like there's different standards for different citizens?
Oh yes, come on. You asked that
Wake
question.
up, what world do you live in? And that's up.
That's what this whole building right here, the jailhouse, is about. People sweeping their crud under the carpet and not claiming responsibility for it, even though society creates this stuff.
Just like Lincoln's
Every
homeless
society
population.
has the issue where they believe they have the right to treat people however they feel, and certain people are human in their eyes and certain people aren't. And that whole jailhouse is perfect proof of that.
And so tell me a little bit about the maps. You guys mentioned earlier that there was someone from the mayor's office who gave you specific maps. Could you fill me in on that a little bit about that? What happened?
I was not at the meeting with Rick Hoppy, but apparently Rick Hoppy was involved in giving people maps of the city and pointing out right-of-ways that would be possible alternative locations for us. And I was told by another Occupy Lincoln member that it was all kind of under the table, and so it was apparently non-transparent. And when we moved in on Thursday, to the new location. The mayor showed up, the chief of police showed up, the mayor showed up, and the mayor had no idea that he was talking about the new location and also playing games. I think Rick Hoppy was playing games with everybody because he was doing things without killing his boss. And like I said, I wasn't there at the meeting, so I was not ready exactly what he said, but how it came across. We're exercising our right to be able to freely assemble on the commons.
If anybody has any questions, you can contact Occupy Lincoln at Google.
And it was last night's action was at 12 o'clock when our eviction went through. Occupy Lincoln was gone. We cleaned up as much as we could. A few people left some possessions as a symbolic statement. I still had a few signs there. I had my tent that was written on and also made to where I could wear it. And when the police came, I was wearing my tent. And when they issued the order to disperse, I did. I was just quicker than Jeffrey, and they were able to catch up with him and arrest him.
So it could have been you. You were one of the two.
Yeah, I was one of the two, yeah. And we were there as individuals, as witnesses, and as citizens still exercising our First Amendment rights. And we had conversations with the chief of police, and he said that the people, we could be there. It was just the possessions.
So how do you feel that one of you was arrested and one of you wasn't? I mean, that was were you guys doing the exact same thing? Or?
Well, see, Jeffrey stopped to pick up his water bottle and snacks and stuff, and they were able to catch up. I have enough experience with the police to know that when they're in that frame of mind, you run from them because they will arrest you if they catch you. It's like spoofing our game. They think it's the order to disperse, you gotta run for it. They'll arrest you and make up rules and make you offense if they want to. And so I was just able to run away.
How did you feel about the response last night? Admittedly, well, we put 45 officers responding. Cassidy said it. What do you think of that?
It was
Very Freudian. Very Freudian.
When they showed up on the north end of Centennial Mall and pointed their spotlights down there and had all their sirens going, it looked crazy. And then we could see all the officers going through like in a phalanx, a whole wall of officers with their flashlights checking everything, doing a sweep all the way up. They said they announced it with a bullhorn. I couldn't hear anything that they said when they were down there. I didn't know if they were talking to each other. We had also 4 police cars blocked off L Street, and there was a helicopter in the sky. And to be perfectly honest, I didn't know if I was supposed to leave. And I was, as far as I knew, I was still freely able to be there, exercising my First Amendment right, assemble, speaking, and being there.
Do you think the city is going to, the changes in the city's law are going to make any difference? Proposed changes? Do you think that they're going to really change anything? I mean, they were talking about changing some little loopholes that they said made it possible for Occupy to be there, but now it's changed.
Yeah, I really think it's a profound change that's going to be. It's just their position on it and their tone. They are going to start eroding our First Amendment rights. And I wonder if they're going to, in their revision of the policies, I wonder if they're going to take off the inscription above the north entrance of the state capitol that says the salvation of the state is watchfulness of the citizens. And we were there as a symbolic act of watchfulness, of 24-hour vigilance.